Gorilla, nature. Bro, let's go skate. Dude, E equals MC squared. Nerd for life. Hello, you guys. So excited. My name is Pastor Darius. I'm the Chief Executive Officer and President of the Board of Gorilla Nature, Inc. You guys, I have been working tirelessly for our nonprofit organization. And the whole purpose of our nonprofit, why it's important to me, is because I have traveled to some poor countries over in Latin America, and I was very blessed to see, a lot of different things. I've been to Nicaragua, I've been to Mexico, I've been to Panama, I've been in El Salvador, but I've been to Costa Rica. And the one thing that I noticed when I was in, the first time I seen it was over in Mexico, I noticed that there were children who were in the streets, and they would come and they would have like little squeegees and they would have little squirt bottles, and they come and they clean the windows of the cars. And I was asking people, because it was during the middle of the day, and I didn't understand why these kids weren't in school. And so I remember I asked one of my taxi drivers, and the taxi driver was like, well, these kids, their parents can't afford to send them to school. So, instead of going to school, these kids were out trying to make money and trying to help the family. And I mean, this ranged from kids who were like 8 years old, kids who were, I think the youngest I seen was a kid who was like maybe 5 or 6 years old. And this situation was actually when I was in Nicaragua, and I'll never forget it. I mean, it was one of the most heartfelt situations I've ever been in. The little kid walked up to we were driving by, we're very fortunate, right? I was there to visit my ex-girlfriend, and, but the fact is, like, this kid, he walked up to the door, and, he was like 5, 6 years old. He was out there by himself. There was nobody out there, and he was asking for money. He didn't have any parents out there with him. I mean, literally, the kid was out there on the street corner by himself. And he came up, he's like, hey, can I have some money? And then, I remember I reached into we had like a little, like where they put, like people would the ashtray or whatever. I had always put a whole bunch of change in there. And so I reached in, I grabbed all the change that I could, and I handed it to my girlfriend. She gave it to him, or at the girlfriend at the time, and then she handed it to him. And goodness gracious, man, that little kid, man, his smile, he was so excited that we gave him so much change. For him, it was so much. For us, it was nothing. And, that's not even the most difficult part about that situation. The actual most difficult part about that situation was when the kid, it was time for us to go, there were other cars behind us, and so the kid walked away, and, I put the car in the drive, and then I looked over and I noticed that the kid didn't even have pants on. He was wearing a garbage bag for pants. I mean, I promise you, when I say a garbage bag, I mean like, the plastic black garbage bag, that's what he was wearing. And I wanted to stop, but there were cars behind me and we had to go. The people were honking, so we drove off. And after that, I remember I was like, dude, man, I can't believe that there are places in the world where children have to, who aren't given the opportunity to get quality education, and they have to beg on the streets to help their families. And even kids not being, not like wearing a plastic garbage bag instead of wearing regular pants. This kid was 5 years old. He didn't do anything. He didn't do anything to deserve to be put into that situation. He would just happen to be born into a poor country. And so I started my nonprofit, Gorilla Nature, Inc., because I wanted to make a difference, and it mattered to me. I just wanted to help people. So, I couldn't believe that this is the situation that is happening in some of the countries, around the world. And, I met people I have pastors who work with me, and they're in India and Africa, and we sent money to Argentina, to Chile, different parts of the world, so that we can help. Because it's important, this is why we are doing what we're doing. You guys, I hope that you guys will follow the link, because we have a GoFundMe going right now, and we're trying to raise some money to help some kids over in Ghana and Africa. We had one of our pastors, Pastor Jonah, he went out to the school, And he's seen, like, he traveled 2 hours outside of his village to go to this school. And we've been sending school books and backpacks and school supplies. Right now we've raised roughly about $1,600, and that covers the expenses for us, helping to pay for us to have an office so we can keep doing work. That's minimal. I personally don't take any money because all my work I do for the nonprofit, I donate money myself because I'm very fortunate. I have a job I work with, so I donate money. And but Pastor Jonah, he has literally been surviving off of the money that I've been sending. And now we want to raise the money so that we can help pay for him, so he can keep doing the work. Because he has to live, and then also we want to donate a portion of the money so we can buy the kids backpacks. There's one kid we want to give her a wheelchair, and then also we want to buy maybe some like tablet computers to donate to the school. And I estimate that stuff should cost me about maybe somewhere between $3,000 and $4,000. We would also like to install internet too if we can. So you guys, please help support us in our mission. We need your support. We can't do this work without you. You guys are the superheroes. Real talk, man. I've gone and done the work myself. I've been to Nicaragua for the last 4 years, going out there. I've done school projects with the kids out there, buying school books, backpacks, school supplies, and all that stuff. And in India, we have people who are doing it, and now we're focusing right now on this project in Ghana. So you guys, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. God bless. I hope you guys have an amazing day, and please, don't forget, click that button. Even something small as $10 can literally make the difference. God bless. Catch you guys next time. Peace.